I don't know where you find yourself as a paper crafter. Maybe you're super organized, or maybe you're like one of the ladies that, or not just one lady, but a lot of ladies tell me the story of how they purchase a lot of things, put it in a bag, and it's a pile in the corner of their craft room, or they hide it underneath their beds to kind of make sure nobody else finds it. So maybe organization is not a big deal to you, or maybe that's super important. So today I'm bringing you what we call a heartfelt storage solution. This will enable you to keep your stamps and your dies together. It's a unique storage system that will enable you to display your stamps and dies in a beautiful box. So if this is of interest to you, you probably want to watch the remaining video and kind of see how you can organize your stamps and dies in your craft room. This is the outside cover of the storage box. This will be the spine, and then on this side you'll see that I decorated a custom tag because I have the All Glammed Up collection in the inside. So there's a tag that comes with your storage solution. So we'll just open this up and you can kind of see how I did this. This box dimension is 8 3/4 by 9, and then it's 3 inches thick. So for this one, I wanted to make sure that I have the information from the packaging. So what I did is I cut the packaging apart and I glued that together, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. Then right after that, I just added my my stamp, and then if it had a coordinating die, I added the coordinating die to the back. If you're doing this, I would recommend adding a magnetic piece and just adding the die to the back. However, you can do this however you like. I did add the cover of the die in here as well. I just glued that together since that is a little bit flatter. And over here you'll see I have the All Glammed Up shoe. So it is totally your option if you want to keep the packaging with it. It will help you with all the information, the sizes, and this one has a coordinating die. So I just added everything from this collection on the inside, and this will hold your stamps. So I have, let me see, on the front of the packaging it still has your link on where you can go to see more information on card samples that we've done with a specific stamp set that you might own. So you can just add those, all of your stamps and dies from one collection, and I'm just trying to get to the back here so I can see the information sheet. This will come with your storage panel. It holds 7 of the Heartfelt Creations stamp inserts. However, if you add dies to it, it'll make it, the die and the packaging cover, it'll make it a little bit thicker. So just kind of experiment with what works best for you. This is what I loved for my personal storage. So I'm just going to close this up, and we will get to showing you how to add this kind of cheat sheet card if you want to add that to your storage system. So I'll just close this up, and we're ready to show you how to add that packaging. So when you get your stamp and you want to add that packaging insert, you can just slide this out. You have the insert already has the holes punched in. You might need to rearrange your stamps just a little bit to utilize the hole punch. But what I'll do then is I'll just take my scissors and I will cut my packaging apart. Some of you might be saying, oh, Emily, I cannot cut my beautiful packaging. So it's totally up to you if you want to keep the packaging, do what I'm doing, or if you want to use it in the storage folder. So it's a little bit more difficult because you are cutting through a couple layers here. There we go. So we could just kind of break that open, spread that out, and then what I did is I just went ahead and trimmed. You could just lay these together, and you can do a straight edge trim. I'll actually just do them separately here. So we'll just pull that out so you can kind of see that. And just trim along those edges, make sure that the corners are all down, because you're kind of after 2 pieces that you can glue together. So we'll just bring this one in. And I just realized when I set it on the dimensions of the box is 8 3/4 instead of, or 8 1/4 instead of 8 3/4 by 9 by 3. So originally I had said it's 8 3/4. It's 8 1/4 by 9 by 3 is the width on it. Okay, so we have a little bit of glue, so you want to make, actually let's just cut this off. So just kind of trim some of the excess off. It'll be easier to trim when you do that. Okay. So we're kind of repurposing the packaging here. So you have the front piece there. We have a little bit of a piece up in here. So we'll go ahead and let's
flip. I find it easier if I have the printed side towards the trimmer. Just trim that off. And when you glue these together, if the sides don't match completely, you can always kind of trim it off a little bit more if you like. I'm going to press that down. There you go. Then you can go ahead and glue those two pieces together. And if it doesn't quite, you'll see like up here that's a little bit crooked, so you could go ahead and just trim that out. And then what I'll do is I'll lay this onto my my stamp panel, and I'll use a hole punch and just punch through that so that it fits into my 3-ring binder. Now, one thing I also noticed, since these are a little bit thicker and it's intended for 7 stamp sets, I punched 2 times to get a little bit of a wider hole in here so that it flips through a little bit easier. And I did also do some extra punching on the holes on some of the stamps and dies as well, just to make it the holes a little bit wider so you can flip through it easier. So I hope this inspires you to organize your stamps and have some fun getting those all organized in your design room.
You might be totally happy with your storage in your design room, but if you find yourself with piles and it's kind of organized and you're spending a lot of time or wasting a lot of time finding those stamps and dies that go together, this might be a good solution for you. Maybe you are the lady that hides her stuff under the bed and kind of disturbs those dust bunnies when you go to find it. So we have the measurements listed in the description of the box and everything like that, so you're good to go with that. Post pictures online of your design room once you have this system. We'd love to see how that's working for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.